Okay, this video we're going to work out examples from Pizzazz page 41. And it looks like this. Okay, so let's work out E. Let's start with it. So E says 2x plus 48 equals 10x. The first thing that we have to do is follow the rule which says move the smaller x. So obviously 2x is the smaller x, so we're going to move it. 2x is being added, so we're going to subtract it. So subtract 2x from both sides. And I'm going to draw my line. So I'm going to get 48 equals 8x. And then I'm going to divide by 8 because 8 is being multiplied by x. And I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. So now I have to decide what is 48 divided by 8. And 8 times 6 is 48, so the answer has to be 6. So x equals 6. So on my sheet, everywhere there's a 6, I'm going to put an E. And it looks like there's a lot of E's. Yep, looks like it. Okay, let's pick another one. How about, let's do G. So we got negative 30n equals negative 27n minus 63. Okay. Now, this one, I actually think we need to break the rule. And here's why. Actually, negative 30 is smaller, but if I move it over here, then there won't be anything left over on the left-hand side. Unless I move the 63 over and change everything to positive. So in this case, I actually think I'm going to break the rule and move the 27 over. And it's okay if I break the rule. Normally I would say not to, but if I do move the 30 over, there won't be anything left over here, and sometimes that confuses kids. So let's just add 27 in. And I'm glad we did this one together, because the negatives, and we'll check ourselves. So if we have negative 30 plus 27, we will get negative 3. Okay, negative 30 plus 27, I will get negative 3. And then I'm going to keep this minus. A minus 63 is really the same as a negative 63. So I have to make sure I keep that. So negative 3n equals negative 63. Now I'm going to divide by negative 3. These will cancel. And now in my calculator, I'm going to take negative 63 and I'm going to divide it by negative 3. I'm going to hit enter and I get positive 21. So positive 21 is G. So everywhere there's a positive 21, I'm going to put a G. My G's are looking a little wonky there. Okay, I only found 2 of them. All right, let's try another one. How about D? I got 9y minus 1 equals y minus 25. Anytime that you think you can do these without me, you can work ahead. You don't have to watch the video. Or you can try it by yourself and then watch the video and see if you got it right. That's always a good idea. All right, so I'm going to fill in a 1 here because there's technically a 1 there for the 1y. And this is a negative 25 here, and a positive 1, and a negative 1, and a positive 9y. So I have a 9y and a 1y. So obviously the 1y is smaller. So I'm going to subtract the 1y. And these will go away. But I'm still left with negative 25 here. 9y minus 1y is going to give me 8y. Then I have minus 1 equals negative 25. So 8y minus 1 equals negative 25. Now I have a 2-step equation. So I'm going to add the 1. And I'm going to get negative 24 on this side. And then I get 8y on this side. I'm going to have to rewrite it because I'm running out of room. So I'm just going to rewrite it over here. So all I'm doing is rewriting. If you have room, you don't need to rewrite. So I have 8y equals negative 24. So 8 times some number gives me negative 24. So I'm going to divide by 8. Negative 24 divided by 8. And if we don't know, we can always put it in our calculator. Always check yourself with your calculator. Negative 24 divided by 8 is negative 3. So that was D. So everywhere there's a negative 3, we're going to put a D. I see one here. And I see one here. I don't think I see any more. Okay. All right, let's pick 2 more from the other side. And then I'll let you work on some by yourself. And let's do Y. So we'll do 39 minus 12W equals 7 minus 16W. Start there. Okay, so I'm going to underline or highlight the variables. Okay, so we have negative 12W and negative 16W. Which one's smaller? Is negative 12 or negative 16 smaller? Well, negative 16 is smaller. So that's the one we need to move. So how do you move minus 16? Well, you need to add it. So we're going to add 16W to both sides. I'm going to draw my line. I think I switched pens here. Maybe not. Okay, these 16s are going to cancel out, and we're left with 7 on this side. What's negative 12W plus 16W? Well, in my calculator, if I take negative 12 plus 16, I get 4. So I'm going to get 4W. And then I already have 39. There's nothing in front of 39, so that means it's positive 39. So that means 39 is being added. So I have 39 plus 4W equals 7. Now, this is just a two-step equation that we can solve. So I need to get rid of my 39. So I need to subtract 39 from both sides. I'm going to get 4W. So if I take 7 minus 39, I get negative 32. And now 4 times something gives me negative 32. So I need to divide by 4. So now if I take negative 32 and divide by 4, I get negative 8. So W equals negative 8. And that was Y. So everywhere there's a negative 8, we're going to put a Y. If you don't find your answer, then you know you're wrong and you need to start over. Or raise your hand and ask for help, and I'll look at your work and we can work it out together. But if you don't have work, then I'm going to tell you to start over and show your work. Looks like there's only one Y. And that's understandable. Y is not a very common letter. Okay, let's keep moving. How about, let's do U. We got 3n plus 46 equals 1 plus 8n. All right, so let's highlight the variables. So which one's smaller, 3n or 8n? Well, obviously it's 3n, right? So we're going to move the 3n. 3n was being added, so we're going to subtract it. So subtract 3n from both sides. And we're going to make our line. So we get 46 equals 1 plus, and now we need to take 8 minus 3. So we can always use our calculator for everything, really. 8 minus 3 is 5. So 46 equals 1 plus 5n. This is just a two-step equation. And now we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And we get 45 equals 5n. 5 times some number equals 45. Now we need to divide by 5 on both sides. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. So everywhere there's a 9, we're going to write a U. Now be careful because it's not a negative 9. Don't write a U where there's a negative 9. That's a different answer. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so try some by yourself. Let me know if you get hung up. Just highlight both of the variables. Move the smaller one. And raise your hand and ask questions when you have them. I'm here to help you. Good luck.